for a treat. We have VRUnicorns here on stage with us, with Julie, Horatiu, and Milan. And also a special appearance by festival director Thorsten. So please give them a warm welcome. Is this on? This one on? Woohoo! Hey, I'm Julie. This is Milan. This is Horatiu. We're the VRUnicorns, and unfortunately, Andreas, who was supposed to be here today as well, he had to catch a flight early this morning. But he's the guy who did all the 3D assets for ski jump. So, just want to sort of open up with the story of the crazy unicorns. So we're all game jammers, and we know each other from the game jamming scene, primarily in Copenhagen and other crazy game jams. And we actually started to work together on another project, which was a sort of game development thing that I had started some years ago. And we were working on first DK1 and then DK2, and then eventually last year, I think in June, we got a Vive. Valve were kind enough to send us a Vive, and I guess because we are the crazy game jammers, so we kind of make a lot of weird stuff. And then we decided that we're just gonna change our entire game, redo everything and make it for Vive. And in that process, we were prototyping a lot to get to know the Vive. And then we just kind of ended up making weird, unrealistic sports games instead. And I think it was actually a racing game that kicked us off, and we felt how fun it was to just slide a game, sort of through the room on the floor, and until you hit the wall, and then you jump back and you slide again. And we realized maybe making this other game, which was more a deep, #deep, sort of horror game and kind of emotional experience and so on, didn't really work out, where you can literally jump around in the space at the same time. So at one point we pivoted, I think November. We made a very corporate decision where we were hey, should we just focus on these crazy, weird sports games instead? We're yeah. And at that time we had about 10 prototypes, whereas it seemed selfie tennis was the one that was further sort of ahead. So we chose sometimes in January or February that we would focus a little bit on selfie tennis, because we thought we would at least push out 5 games at the same time. And then we realized, we're 3 people in the core team. We have 3 of our friends helping us with art and everything in sort of that space, and 1 programmer. And then, and you also code, yeah, you code audio and stuff, and makes all the music. If you've heard the music from Selfie Tennis, and now you'll soon hear from Ski Jam, this is the guy. I don't really know what I do. I'm a chicken bitch, so. I do all the business bullshit. They don't allow me in the build anymore because they're so worried I'm gonna fuck everything up, which I probably would. I have the super good at version control. You're breaking it all the time, man. But nonetheless, so the story of the game that Thorsten's gonna play right now is that 2.5 years ago, Thorsten, he told me that he really, really wanted a VR game where he could ski jump. And then he came to visit us, I think in November, when we were already in this crazy space of making weird, pretend sports games. And I told the guys, hey, Thorsten is gonna come visit us, and I know he really, really wants a ski jumping game because he used to be a professional ski jumper when you were young and never needed anyone. Very solo sport. And then the guy said, yeah, sure, let's do it. So I think 1.5 day maybe, ish. One night, pretty much, and then Thorsten arrived, and we surprised him with half of a prototype of a ski jumping game, and he spent 1 day in our office, and we made a full ski jumping game prototype standard. And then you've been playing it a lot, I know. And then 10 days ago, we started developing sort of the real version of ski jumping, and we actually thought that we were going to launch it here. We didn't. We're really good at planning and never meeting our deadlines. That's one of our benefits. But nonetheless, we do have a version of Ski Jump for you here today, and you haven't seen it. You don't know anything about it, except I think Horatiu said a little bit about it. You revealed something. You should actually have mics, guys, because otherwise no one will hear us.
We speak really loud.
Zebra mic doesn't work. All the mics connected, or is it on this one? Yeah, take the mics. Say something.
Yeah, I like the zebra mic.
Oh, good.
Can you hear me outside?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we just do this?
Yeah, sure, let's do it. Can you get Thorsten up on
Come on stage, Thorsten.
up on the pink line?
There.
Yeah, let's give it up for first actual player of our game. Can you please take a step right so you don't fall off the map? Thank you. Watch out for the trees. There goes Santa Mitts. Whoa! Nice. If you go low, you go faster. How low can you go? Jump!
Man, that's incredible.
Look behind you.
Where are the snowballs?
Yeah, check out the other ski jumpers. Look at the guy on the left. Try to catch him.
Go for it! Yeah! So yeah, this is 10 days of work. The three of us and Simon and Andreas. Can you move Horatiu closer?
Might be a... Oh, should we move it?
The guys, they come out of the ski huts. If you go for a ski hut, you get a lot of guys. You see? Wait, it's under you. Yeah, exactly. So you have to go straight for the ski hut. Go through
They
it.
jump straight out of the ski houses.
Sometimes they're just not there. You have to go further and get them.
Try to jump on a ramp and then land on another ramp and jump
Oh
again.
yeah. Go like two.
Where's this guy? There was one. Oh, no.
Try to land on another ramp. Wow!
Again!
ramp? Oh no, it's not going. Hey. There's no end.
Because I kept doing it, and then Horatiu changed it.
Yeah, no cheating, guys.
We can't break the game anymore.
That's brilliant.
I think we lost Thorsten to VR.
I'll move you a little bit back again.
Nice jump.
Man, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Thorsten. You are the best player of ski jump yet. And the first.
Wow. That's so good. Yeah, I used to be a ski jumper when I was between 8 and 19, because I grew up in Oberstdorf in Allgäu. It's pretty at the Alps, near Munich, 150 kilometers from Munich to the south. And yeah, I had always this dream to make a ski jumping game, because most of the ski jumping games are just simulators. But this is really crazy. It's super. It's so well done. I mean, the first thing what we did, it was a ramp, and you could jump, and you score, right? So the longest jump was something like 260 meters or something.
Was it you or was it Sarah who made the longest?
Yeah. Because we did it at the Amazing X Market, what is happening since last year in December. It's a Christmas market for digital stuff, and so we did on stage this performance. And Sarah is a better jumper than me. Yeah, thank you.
Sarah should play.
You should play, yes.
Just
Come on.
hop in.
Oh, you should try it. It's awesome. Thank you.
We're setting it up later outside, so
Everyone can play.
we hope to beat by the pool if we can.
Yep.
But yeah, but I have some. The other guys just crank it up.
Sound. So the main thing I do currently when I play this game is I just hit all the trees. Go for the hut! Yeah. Then look.
up.
The guys will come out.
Look up.
Look up.
I think he's behind you.
So how many other people in here are Vive developers? Sas, I'm talking to you. You also have a Vive. What? I'm asking how many people are Vive developers. You can't hear things. Yes. So I thought, like, while we keep this going and like whoever wants to play, just come and play after Sarah. We would do like a sort of short Q&A if you guys have any questions. Like other people that are into VR, developing for any other platform, just raise your hands.
I just wanted to say that this game is an ode to all the VR professional executive AAA developers that say that you cannot move the camera in a VR game. We're going so fast that Unity just messes up all the physics.
And we also make games where it's sort of, well, you can always get your aggressions out in our games.
You can also lay on the floor and kind of slide down the slope.
Yeah. I'm thinking we should make a ski surfing game. Like the kayak surf game might become real soon because of this.
Yeah, or instead of skis, you just use a plastic bag. That's how I ski.
We don't ski, remember?
Oh, I'm a professional.
Oh yeah, Horatiu has actually tried skiing once. We haven't.
Just go to the right.
Let's go to the right.
Go low to go faster. Go low. Duck.
Do you have a question for us?
Yes, you said it's Q&A. So I'm just wondering, are you planning on extending your games after release, or is it more like more and more games coming out from you guys?
Do I have another round? Just take this one. So basically what we do is we most often push out the games. Well, the games, we push out Selfie Tennis, sort of by accident. That's how we roll. And then we update it. And so as we said, we promised Thorsten to release Ski Jump here. Then we realized we were a little bit short on time because planning and stuff can sometimes be very challenging. And now we've set the release for Ski Jump on June 1st. So we'll put in a lot more content before that and update Selfie Tennis at the right time. You're on a killing spree, Sarah. Do you have some aggressions you need to get out of your system?
Kind of dangerous around here. Any other questions?
Wow, that guy jumped so high. You should probably run out.
I have another question for you. As a game designer, as a game developer, I find VR really interesting, but also super intimidating. And often I don't even know where to start. And can you talk a little bit about your process?
I think it's mainly with the Vive, for example, it's the controllers.
Yeah.
Because you hit play, you're already in there, and you see the controllers, and you can interact with stuff.
Yeah.
And that's basically where it mostly starts from when we do something, because that's what kind of feels the best.
So fact is, we've been through like multiple dev kits, both Oculus and Gear VR and Vive, and I think like here, because Vive is just pretty much one big playground. So when we get crazy ideas, which is like, we put Horatiu in front of the computer and then he hacks it together and then like it works.
And the hardware is kind of the inspiration in a way. It really, makes you come up with cool stuff.
I'm in the danger zone right now. I can feel it.
We also usually let things very free so that you can pretty much do whatever you want in the game. So even though it's a ski jumping game, the main attraction seems to be just killing these people and bumping into the trees and whatever. So if I try to put a limit on you can't do this and you can't do that, people are like, oh, but why can't I? First thing they try to do is break the game, and once they try all the different things they can come up with to break it and realize how the game behaves to them, then they start really playing the game and enjoying it. But until you get that over that first hurdle of testing out the limits, then it becomes fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And if
that's
those limits
also
are
like,
not...
We were discussing at one point about make it sort of like solid level design, level progression and whatnot, but we realized that everyone who's testing it... Who are you with? So basically what we realized is that when you go into something that is room scale and you can just interact with everything, you want to interact with everything, and we bring our games to we bring our games to a lot of events, and which means like this right now is technically just play testing for us, right?
Can you step on the skis?
Behave, we see how they react, we see how many people they kill, and then we crank up that. Alright, I'll just take I can be kicked and hit too. Then your other phone. Lift your other foot. Your right foot. And then, got it. I'm always in the danger zone. Danger zone! Yeah.
Jump!
Hi. So, movement is often a challenge in VR, and in this game, obviously, you move a lot. So, were there any concerns with that? Did you have any problems, or did it just work?
They were trying to stop me.
What? I was was not.
have it
Milan
recorded.
was. I was not.
They were like, oh yeah, maybe we should cut on the steering. It doesn't really feel right. I said, no, let's give it a go.
I was never trying to stop you.
No, it's true. She was away at that point.
I never stopped anything. I wasn't there.
But the thing is, as soon as we tweaked it a little bit, you know, I just tried to not be limited by the constraints of, oh, you can't move in VR. So I just tried it. And since I'm a bit resilient to motion sickness, I can't get too sick easily, then I can try really crazy stuff and then see if it works or not.
And then we
and as
scale
soon
back
as
from there.
it works for me, then I try it on Milan, then on Julie, then on, like, you know, because Julie can't play VR games where it's a little bit weird.
No, I get motion sick
So
so easily, so
she's
I'm
the
the main
perfect
like
tester for that kind of
tester
stuff.
and like break the game. So that's why like Horatiu usually doesn't let me play the game before like 2 days into development because he knows I'm gonna break shit and he has to fix it. But yeah,
also
so
helps me make
the thing is like
unbreakable
there are a lot of people talking about okay, but people get injured in VR and like they might hurt themselves and so on. But look at how much fun it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like jeez.
I mean, some people have to get hurt, so the other people have fun. That's fine.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
There are other questions? Don't be scared. Get into the danger zone. Yep, you want to come up here?
So obviously to develop a game like this, you kind of need people sort of standing around wearing the headset and all that. And I mean, if you're anything like me at a game jam, you're like, type bit of code, play, type bit of code, play, and like keep sort of iterating. Like, can you sort of have that same process with VR, or do you just like have some kind of way of doing it properly?
The thing I like the most about it is when Milan and I are working on a game and I just put him in VR and I sit in the editor and tweak all of the stuff.
And he's making a show for me, and I'm just in there enjoying and just giving him feedback constantly, and we just stay in play mode for like half an hour to figure out things.
I have so many silly videos of those guys who have been like, wow, wow. And then Horatiu is like tweaking a little bit and then Mila goes, wow.
And I feel so bad when I do it because I don't get the show. He's getting all the fun and I'm just tweaking the game and so on. But then when I get to play, sometimes it switches roles and then Robin Baumgarten, who's giving a talk like down in the other end, gave me that show at some point when we were jamming together, and then
London,
he went in the editor and I was in VR and I was like, whoa, this is awesome. So it's just tweaking stuff while you play. It's
Yeah,
just
literally
amazing.
that's what we do. And also, sorry?
It's
But
the
I mean,
best
I also
so
do it
far,
for
yeah.
myself and just kind of try, and I also make my own tools in VR to be able to tweak stuff in VR while I'm there, so I don't have to take it off. But I mean, the whole thing can really go complicated because ultimately what we want is probably just having everything in VR, coding and all of it. But it's probably going to take a while to get there. But until then, we just wing it, you know.
We like you guys made a tool in editor back in September, so we could literally like also adjust things in VR. And I know that Unity is also working on a VR editor tool because it was really nice to just be able to build up your level. I know you did a VR editor tool for your game, and that's something for like, it's nice to be able to build up levels in there, but the way it's just kind of magic. Like the way that it works that when we're developing, because it's literally Horatiu sitting on the computer and then the rest of us being like, okay, maybe we can do this, and then like, yeah.
It's also cool because it's a dialogue and you have fun while you do it. That automatically makes the stuff you make more fun, I would say.
And it also means like because of that experience, you guys also worked on another game. Like we were in the US for quite some time, and we happened to be jamming with some friends there, and you guys made a game where literally part of the game is that one person is sitting in the Vive and like building up the level for the other people who are playing it on PC. I don't know.
It's like little cars on the split screen with Xbox controllers, and those people can just drive around, and then there's the person in the Vive who can make like little ramps and stack up buses, and then you can just come up with cool ideas together.
Yeah,
like, hey, stack up these buses and we can jump through them.
It's called Toy Carpet.
Yes.
Because it's with cars. And
I think
carpet.
like, so since we feel like working in the Vive is such a playground, that's also the games and experiences we like to create for players. That we just give you some tools and then you can just mess around and kill, because we like killing.
Yeah, so our other games, Heavy Tennis, it's more of a playground. You can play tennis there, but you can also just be there and spend some time and try stuff with the physics and do things.
And I think that the concept, like when we really nailed the sort of level design, so to speak, of Selfie Tennis, was we came up with a concept that it should kind of be like a pinball machine. So, like, you go in there, you can mess around. Like, there's a purpose, you can play something, there's a core mechanic, but then you can also just mess around at the same time. And that's
Like
how
an
things
open
evolve.
invitation to the players, not like we don't force down some kind of design goal that you have to achieve all the time.
Go low, then you go faster.
Low, low, low.
It's a limbo game.
Go high to go slower.
We have 10 minutes left. More
Whoa,
questions.
that's a big slope.
Don't be scared. Come on,
You jump.
I have a question about the controls. Did you any post-processing with the data you got from as a feedback from the controls, like to keep from jittering or to just have a smoother experience?
Most of the time, the Vive is really good in terms of tracking and so on. And whenever we have to do weird stuff with rigid bodies and whatever, then I do a lot of smoothing and tweaking and like adjusting the speeds and so on. But even by just putting in the prefab that you get from the Steam VR thingy, it just works perfect, and then you can take it from there. But I mean, there's a lot that you can do on top of that to just make it more interesting, because even the simplest stuff in VR is so amazing, but that just means that whatever else you do on top is just going to be, you know, mind-blowing. So it's really fun to do as well.
Yeah, Steam VR has been very nice to work with. I think like we've really felt the pain of the Oculus SDKs back in the day. Also, especially because we're often exhibiting on a Mac, so it was like a lot of hacking of everything. And now that we're working, like we're using Unity and then Steam VR as a plugin, and that's just a blast.
And it works with Oculus too.
It does. You should all use Steam VR.
I mean, we're not Oculus haters or anything. It's just that if they had motion tracking and you can walk around and jump, then we would totally use it. But until that day, we just stick with the Vive.
We often asked about like whether we're pushing it out on other platforms as well. In fact, it's until the other platforms are supporting this, like not just like technically supporting it, but also just marketing supporting it, then it's just more fun for us to just stay here in Vive land. Yeah, this is good. We also have a helmet in case you hurt yourself. We do get some casualties reports from selfie tennis once in a while. It's okay. It happens. More questions? Come up, us. Yeah, but you can move a little bit forward. Like, yeah, we're good.
So I have a question about traveling. Like, this is a lot of stuff to bring with yourself. How is it like? Is it not like heavy? Do you have to like split the things around you and like setting this up and like what's your experience with that?
These are good.
Yeah, like this computer, Asus should sponsor us because we have so many Asus laptops now. But so these rigs now, like when we fold them together, they're fairly small, so we can bring them as carry-on, like over the shoulder. This computer, where we're running and developing everything, we're always using laptops for development and showcasing.
You can have the whole setup in a backpack. The
Yeah.
computer and the Vive, everything in the backpack, and then you have like 2 little bags for the
tripods.
For the
Yeah.
tripods, exactly.
So we travel. We're constantly on the road. We game jam all over the world, and we're constantly at conferences and showing our games at events. So we need a mobile setup, and like we're also fairly fast at setting it up. I guess most of you guys so like how we set it up in here, and like I guess after setting it like up and taking it down for like every day for a long time, you get in the mood. It's like when we're actually in the office.
5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. When we're actually in the office, it's like, wow, it's actually already set up. That's amazing. It's so easy. But
We've been throwing the controllers around.
dude, like,
the
did you see it yesterday when we were showing selfie
outside.
tennis? Everyone was hitting everything and
Oh,
each
in
other.
Copenhagen,
A
somebody
glass broke.
Almost broke
it's
somebody's
fine.
head off.
Yeah, I'll get you a mic in front of you. Are you gonna hit me or not hit me?
Okay, I already had 2 Vives break, so they're not that trouble.
No, but that was the first version. We broke 3 Vives, I guess. Really? You broke the? Why did you break the
What
pre?
games did you make?
Well, one display stopped working. I'm not sure. I still have.
Oh, that's not your fault. That's not your fault.
I'm kind of hitting the floor with your controllers. So.
It's okay. I've hit a lot of floors and a lot of ceilings.
Yeah, get that
Just
I think the
proof.
floor will be alright.
Well, so fact is, like, we do throw a few controllers. That's also why we prefer people with wrist straps, because sometimes people hurt other people as well. And living on the edge sauce. Yeah, exactly. You're just in front of you. You should wear wrist straps. No, actually, we started exhibiting with wrist straps at one point because The first death in VR, right? That's PR for us, right? Right? Oh, she's
yeah.
alive. Kind of like it. I just want to be heard all the time. More questions? Come over here.
Step
Just
on
go
them.
there.
There, exactly. Just step on them.
Now you're on the skis.
I think we have 5 minutes left, so questions should be asked now. You just get a
Now.
boat tomorrow. Sarah's special. Sus as well. Who else? Cool. Send us an email. Send your key. We just need to put on Steam first. I didn't do that before we left.
We can do it.
Can do
Well,
it
I kind
tonight.
of fixed the last things 10 minutes ago, so in a way it's a bit late for...
We're always like literally, deadlines. I think
How's
it's
the performance? I want to ask him about performance.
Yeah, how's the performance?
He's too busy.
His
lost.
performance is good.
Yeah.
Frame rate seems fine. I think the throwing snowballs is so great. I want to have more targets to throw it. Like when I'm in the air, there should be like birds flying that I can hit with it.
Maybe we should hire you as game designer.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll have more stuff in there. We, as we said,
Putting in
like
all the assets we can.
Motion, about the motion. So a couple of things you did right is it's still a constant forward movement. It's not an accelerated movement.
Yes, it is.
It is Yeah, but
Just
pretty,
bend over.
pretty not
Then you go
noticeable.
faster.
bend over,
Everything up here is pretty
bend
steady.
over.
Actually,
Now you're accelerating.
but it's almost not noticeable, you know.
Debunked.
And then all the white helps too. Julie, where are you? Okay. Anyone else?
No, you're right. Like we're doing a lot of tricks.
And we'll set this up. I think like after this talk, we'll just set it up in the corner again,
Yeah,
where we
let's
were
do
play
that.
testing.
Cool.
And then at one point, we probably have to move it to Open Spray instead. I love this guy. Yeah, he's amazing.
Go left.
Okay.
Listen, guys.
When you hit a big tree, look behind you. It wobbles.
Hello. Hi.
Okay.
I'm riding skis. So, okay.
I'm giving up here.
That guy just beat you jump. Okay, now you got it. Jump! Oh, come on. You can do better than that. I can see the end of the slope. But it is the longest slope, I think. Yeah. You glide. Have you never ski jumped before?
Did you say that?
Oh my god.
So I jump up and I don't fall. Like my body is falling, but my eyes just keep going up.
Just do it.
So sus?
This was amazing. You should all play it.
That was such a marketing speech. More questions, since like I know we have to leave in 1 minute.
Can SOS get the hardware to showcase his mosh pit simulator?
Sus and I, we years ago, together with Carl and Jon, we made a mosh pit hero game where you mosh pit, like with move controllers and like, yeah, well, it was a desktop game. But now I see that you're working on a Vive game, which is a mosh pit simulator. You make the most creepy characters by accident. Oh wait, like you can set it up. We have 2 Vives. We set it up outside. We have 2 computers.
Don't worry, we have 3 of them.
What's your excuse, Sus?
Yeah,
We'll
let's
just set
do
it up. So you have a build? it's okay. Most of our stuff is always shit in the very beginning, and then sometimes it happens that we actually like hit that thing. Yeah, cool. So Sus is also gonna exhibit, what do you call it, a mosh pit simulator?
Push dudes.
What? Mosh pit simulator. He's launching it June 1st too. Thank you guys. I think we need to wrap it up. We'll be outside. You want to talk with us? You want to play games? Just come by. Sus is exhibiting Mosh Pit Simulator as well alongside us. Sarah, we forced you into this. Happy forcing!
Thank you, VRUnicorns.